Hello, Derby Dragons and fellow viewers. Throughout the last set of months, I presented many different questions to my fellow students to respond to regarding what they're experiencing and thinking throughout this pandemic and set of closures. So in this final broadcast, I present to you their honest, true, and candid responses.
I'm Joshua, and I read the first article, Will Schools Change Forever Once the Pandemic Ends? And I think that they will actually change a lot for the most part. I think teachers will be more lenient, and I like that. I like working at my own pace, and it feels a lot less competitive. And the thing is, nobody ever tries anything new, and I think this pandemic has actually allowed us to do so.
Hi, I'm Alexa, and I read the first article, and the question was, do I think schools will change? And I think that they'll definitely change for a while. I think that the next year or the next couple months of the next school year will definitely be a lot different. But I think that once there's a cure and medicine and a vaccine for the coronavirus, it'll go back more to being more normal. And if I like remote learning, I think it's good. I like it.
Hi, it's Hope. I read the first article about if we think that school will change forever. And I think that maybe some parts of it will change because now we're having experiences that we've never had before, and maybe some of them are good tools that teachers can use in real classrooms. But also, there's no way to really replace the learning experience that you get in a real classroom, and you can talk to a teacher. And with online learning, it kind of just does not give you the same understanding of certain topics, because it's just, you can't go up to your teacher and ask them what your question is or what you're not understanding. You have to wait until you can get a Zoom call or email them, and still, even after that, you may still be confused. So I personally do not like the online learning, and I think that as soon as schools can reopen, that'll probably be the best step to take, I guess, instead of having online learning continuously. So I think that we'll go back to school in the end.
I read the first article on whether or not school will change forever and if you like online learning. And I think schools will change forever because teachers will now have more experience with online learning and can find different ways to change it during the school year. And I do like online learning because you get to work in your own set environment and you get to work at your own pace, which is really good for you mentally on doing schoolwork.
Hi, it's Jonah, and I read the first article about will schools change forever and do you like online learning? And I believe that schools will change forever because I believe that there will be more online assignments after quarantine is over. And I do like online learning because I can set myself at my own pace and complete assignments whenever I want.
I read the second article, which is about what I'll be doing after quarantine. I think I'll be playing a lot of softball because it starts soon, and I really miss the people that I play with, and my life hasn't been the same without it. I plan to hang out with my friends and family I haven't seen throughout this time period. My family and I plan to go on a vacation soon and start to get our lives back to normal like they were before. And one thing I'm looking forward to is having something to do in the day rather than staying at my house. And also, since the weather is getting nice because it's getting closer to summer, then I plan to be outside a lot and riding my bike.
I read the article, what's the first thing you'll do after quarantine? One question was, how have your relationships with your neighbors changed as you have been in lockdown? My relationships with my neighbors have been way closer than they were before quarantine. Another question was, where else have you found community while being socially distant? Another place I found community was FaceTiming my friends because I'm not able to see them right now. The next question was, when you're able to be back in the world freely, do you think you will view things differently? I do think I will view things differently, and I really want to make sure that I keep washing my hands and wear masks and gloves.
Hey, it's Owen, and I read the article on New York Times, the second one, on what I would do after quarantine. And what I plan to do is go and skate and go and do a skate park. Right now, I can't go to a skate park because they're closed currently. My favorite skate park is sadly indoors, so it's going to take a bit more time till that opens up, and that's going to open up later than the Birmingham skate park does, because Birmingham is outside. And what I really miss about skating is that just all the obstacles, because currently I can only skate in my backyard, and in my backyard there's nothing really there other than just some nice flat ground. And flat ground, it gets really boring after a while, so that's what I want to do. It's just not as fun to skate in my backyard than it is to skate at a skate park. And then other than that, it's also way harder to progress because there's nothing to do other than just go and ride on some nice flat ground. And that's just not as well as ledges, rails, ramps, quarter pipes, mini ramps, half pipes, whatever you know. And that's just not as well as just skating the flat ground. The other part is the social aspect. It's way better to be around people when you skate because they hype you up, you hype them up, and it's really a whole energy that is in the skate park when there are a lot of people there. It's way different than when you're just alone. The other social part is skating with a friend, which I always do. And with this friend, it's just way better. You have way more fun because, you can have more fun because, you can talk to each other. You can look at each other. You can congratulate each other. You can hype each other up. You can say, oh, next try, you got this. But if you're by yourself in your backyard, you can't do that. And so I'm just really hoping that after quarantine, I can go into the skate parks.
Hi, my name is Anya, and I read the second article about what I'm going to do when quarantine is over. And the first thing I plan to do after quarantine is hang out with my friends and go out somewhere or play tennis right away because those are both really important things in my life.
Hi, my name is Drew Stice, and today I'll be doing the second article. And the second article is, what will you be doing after quarantine? Or what do you look forward to? And I cannot wait to just have actual sports games and practices again and being able to hang out with my friends, like daily.
My question is, what will I first do when quarantine ends? You should know me. I'm gonna play Fortnite. Okay, I'm gonna play basketball. I'm gonna go to the gym and play basketball. I'm gonna get food there. You know what? I'm probably gonna walk to a restaurant while I'm at TCC. And if that's not the case, they're probably gonna eat at TCC because they have vending machines. And if that's not the case, they probably ate before I went there. If that's not the case, then my mom got me something to eat there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that's probably what happened. Probably just go out in public or something like that. It's most likely going to be a basketball court with one of my friends. You know what I'm saying? Peep the Fortnite chair, like, it's pretty nice. I'm kidding, this is actually my little cousin's house, so... my cousin's house. You understand.
Hi, I'm Ella, and I read the second article, and one of my questions were what I would love to do after quarantine. I would like to go see all the people I didn't get to see during quarantine, such as my family, my friends, my teachers, all that stuff. My number one thing I really want to do is go back to dance. I spend a lot of time dancing, and it's usually like half of my schedule. So I really miss all the people there, such as my teachers, my friend, everyone, and I miss all the competitions we missed, and I really hope we get back to that soon. And I really miss just dancing, and I didn't get to really dance in the tiny space I have. So the second thing I really want to do is I really want to go up north because most of my family's up north. And I hope I get to see my family soon and go up north, hang out with them by the lake, and I hope I can do more stuff with them. The third thing I want to do is I want to go see my friends and hang out with them. I miss my friends a lot because I also see them a lot. And I hope I get to do something with them soon, like go on a fun adventure to like amusement park, water park up north. And my fourth thing I want to do is I want to have a birthday party because my birthday is coming up soon. And I really hope I get to have a fun birthday party with my friends. It's my 13th birthday, so I really hope I have fun. And then the fifth thing I really want to do is I want to get back to school. I really hope I get to back to school soon. And I really hope we get back in the fall. And I'm really excited to see my teachers, but I'm also sad. The teachers I had in 7th grade I won't get to see every day. And I really miss my friends at school, and I just miss school. And bye.
Hi, this is Cameron Wood, and I'll be doing the second article about what's the first thing I plan to do after quarantine. Well, the first thing I plan to do after quarantine is go on a vacation to like somewhere warm like Florida or something. So I want to go to like the beach and like go swimming. And I also just want to get away from Michigan because I've been stuck here for like 5 months, and yeah, because vacations like mean a lot to me. And going somewhere, it's just like part of like a tradition we do.
Hi, it's Jacob. I read the third article, and it was about how you connect with your parents, and I really connected with my dad through basketball. And during this quarantine, our relationship has gotten a lot better. We did this by like playing basketball together, working out together, but me and my dad also have like a lot of the same interests, like sports. Like we both like basketball, both like football. We both like the same type of movies. We both like the same type of foods. And I personally do not think that gender in the relationship matters. New York Times asked that. I really don't, because my sister and my dad have a great relationship. Not just because of mine and my dad, but they have a great relationship. And I know friends who are boys have great relationships with their mom. And then New York Times asked another question. It says, what does connecting with your parents or other adults in your life look like to you? Is it about sharing a common interest, about being able to share problems and getting their advice or input, or just about spending time and laughing together? Well, I really think it's just about spending time and laughing together, because that's really how me and my dad built ours. Yeah, we both like sports, that's common interest, yeah, but we really just bonded together by spending time and laughing together, and it was just great. And I do also have a great relationship with my mom.
So I read Article 2, and I think that we'll remember the coronavirus because it was like a very challenging and like upsetting moment for all of us, and it caused a lot of anger and frustration in the world. This virus basically put all of our lives on hold, and we had nowhere to go. Like, our lives basically just stopped. I think that we will remember it by using artifacts, and I think some artifacts should be, as the article said, like diaries and like pictures or stuff that people wrote about during this time period. And normally, like typically diaries have like day to day what their feelings and emotions were, and so therefore I think it would be like really helpful to museums. Yeah. And also, I think we should also document lots of tapes on like a recorder that like show what we were watching on the news and like what was being told, because the news was like really scary during this time period, and a lot of people got freaked out from watching it. So yeah.
Hi, it's Jacob. I read the second article about how you remember the coronavirus, and I'll remember it very easily. I'll remember it very easily because it was just a chunk of 7 to 10 months, but maybe it'll be longer, right? I say 7 to 10 months because I think that's how long it'll last. It's only been 2 months, but it definitely could be longer because it'll take a while for the cure to come, but I'll remember it by the quarantine part just sucks so much because you can't see any of your friends or anything, so you're just so isolated, and it just aggravates and so annoying to just be with family members the whole time. I love my family, but sometimes they can just get really annoying, and you just gotta be in every small moment with your friends and everyone, just so that you don't forget about all the good times before the coronavirus and what life was before, and to be happy and live life to the fullest. So, and this is Jacob. Bye.
Hello, my name is Drew Stiles, and I read the second article about what have you learned about yourself during this lockdown. And what I learned is that I really need to be outside. I really need to be playing sports or be with my friends or doing activities, or else I get really bored. But during it, my sister taught me how to cook, and I've been watching a lot of movies and stuff like that. And yeah.
It's Jonah, and I read the second article about what have you learned about yourself during this lockdown. I've learned a couple things about myself during this lockdown. One thing is I learned how to cook and bake, and I love doing both. I've cooked many different foods and baked many different treats and desserts. And then I learned that it's really hard for myself not to be with other friends and family. And I miss my family a lot, and I miss seeing my friends every day like I used to at school.